Oh God! Right, welcome back to Rogue Trader.
Hello, everybody.
Discard doesn't know what's going on, as
Are
usual.
we live now?
No,
No,
we're
Discord's
never
dead.
live.
You said welcome back.
Again, to begin with.
Yeah. Yeah, we're
Hello,
live
everybody. Welcome back to Rogue Trader. Our Rogue Trader is currently convalescing due to the fact that he had a very successful assassination attempt.
Ate one of his fate points. I'd call that
Eh,
successful.
And now
Yeah.
we need. And now we
That's
need
as close as you get to
to.
killing a character.
now. Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
to
And
begin
now
with.
we need to make sure that the resident doctors, the one resident doctor, psychopath, and the other residential
Psychopath.
doctor, technopath, doesn't murder this man in bickering over who's now the ship doctor.
It's called
So we're arguing-
Technomat.
Thing the one,
So
I
we're arguing-
legitimately like psychopath. Well done, Disco.
Yes,
You mean
Thing
psych-
two, I'm just,
Technomat, and I have skill in it.
You
and
said,
thing two, I'm just glad that I'm no longer the backup medic. All that responsibility is
way-
now completely off my shoulders. I'm
Yes.
good
So
with this.
does
you
does
said
Terran's Medicaid
psychopath.
roll
I said
stand? Because if
psychopath.
that's the case, then I think
No,
you
that was
just
just me shaking my
correct.
new medical doctorate at you.
Well,
Very
you did it
poorly.
very badly. It's misspelled.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I'm aware of that. That's because it's actually my my training material for
No,
becoming a factor of the
here-
Laves.
No, here's the
Uh-huh.
thing. It is a part of. It is not misspelled. It was spelled that way on the original forms way back in ancient Terran history. So that is how it is spelt to now in every form there is.
What we're
Didn't know
learning
how
is
to
it may
write.
not have
Sorry,
been
ancient
misspelled,
Martian
but
history. Thank you.
what we're learning basically is that even if it wasn't misspelled, it now just assumed to be.
Mhm.
So more
Jesus, my
seriously,
backup.
how badly hurt are you?
Oh, he took on a full -10 crit that he had to fate burn.
Okay, so that would count as like the super serious.
We
Oh,
did some
yeah.
first aid on him and got him back up to -9, I think.
Okay,
-4
yes.
it says on my sheet.
-4.
Oh, -4. Yes, because I rolled very well on medicing.
Do
And
you
he's
have
burnt.
hardy?
He's very crispy. And there's a stat penalty buried in there. I don't remember what it is. I
Well,
think it was-
I voluntarily took the crit that wouldn't kill me, but I reduced it to 10 points instead of 30.
Well,
Mhm.
do you have hardy?
I don't think that's anywhere in my talent tree.
Which is unfortunate because this is going to take a very long time to heal.
The good news is we're stuck for a significant amount of time anyway due to
Due to the
arbiters stuff. So,
and also great if you want to have any infiltrators enter the boat trying to murder us all. You have those assassins already just
stop
roll steady up. I'm
giving
sure.
the GM ideas, you lunatic.
I've got multiple ways to kill you. I don't need help.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I mean,
Okay,
hell,
so
we nearly lost our rogue trader to a rogue chef.
so critically damaged. If you get medical attention, which you will.
Oh, he did.
You
We
remove
gave him
one.
massage.
Yep. And now I mean the continued healing. So it's 1 point of critical damage per week, assuming we don't mess up the Medicaid rolls.
It's a
a
little
very
bit better
big
than
assumption.
So yeah, it is a little bit better. Okay. Success allows the patient to remove twice the normal damage, removing critical damage first, plus 1 point for each degree of success. Failure does not adversely affect the patient. 2 or 3 degrees of failure indicate that they take 1 damage if they're lightly or heavily wounded. Using sudden death to resolve any critical damage. 4 or more degrees of failure indicate all patients take 1d10 damage. So
What we're hearing is just please don't roll more than 3 degrees of failure.
Don't fail.
it's a
fail
good
by a
thing
lot.
it's a good thing your first roll does not stand.
He could
Yes.
fail by 1 or 2 degrees. That's okay. That's just merely progress. If he fails by 3 or more, we're in trouble.
I am now the doctor man. I can doctor things very well. Thank you.
My doctoring is actually 1 point better than yours.
And
That's with my Medicaid Mechadendrite. yes.
can the rogue trader hover his own surgery?
No.
No.
How is he going to
Okay.
hover on his own surgery, this guy?
We
Like
could
this. You
aid
guys
each
better
other.
not screw this up.
No,
And the
no,
hovering
no.
stops before the critical part, surely.
That doesn't make any
Oh.
sense to me.
Okay, well, either way, one of us can assist
I'll
the
assist
other.
then. Yeah.
Okay. So what are the assists? Is it +5 or +10?
+10, I think.
By the way, Drunkle,
Okay.
stop making me feel old. Stop it.
Okay, so +10?
I think so.
Your old Draco was a ton of fun when I was a kid. No, you you were an adult.
rerolling
You're a
that.
fully formed adult.
Rerolling that.
Hey, Carcer, I noticed you rolled 2 points worse than me.
Yes,
Ladies, you're both lovely.
Time to start flipping those rerolls.
That's significantly better.
Yeah, that's a little bit
Get
better.
back all your health.
Well, you do gain back. Okay, so this is for 1 week of rest.
Mm-hmm.
So you gain back allows. Okay, so prohibiting crit damage patients test at the end of each week. Okay, so you gain 2 health back, removing critical damage first. I don't know what that means exactly.
Well, it means he heals off any
If you
critical.
have any critical injuries, those go away first. They
Yeah.
count as 1 each.
Plus 1 point for each degree of success. So
Yes.
you gain back a total of 9 wounds or crits healed.
So you remove that temporary crit you had, you keep the permanent stuff from it, and then you heal back 8 more wounds.
Which should put you back into positive health. Oh, I should up my.
Yep, now I'm only heavily injured.
Yay.
Life's getting better.
Okay, well, that's still going to be very slow healing, but it's better than
Better than death.
the alternative. Yep. Oh, I need a test for mutation.
Yay.
Okay, so
Did you
this
go
is a
hugging a radioactive reactor?
No,
Who's-
my navigator power got better, so
Oh.
No, I was just wondering who was clicking like a Geiger counter.
I succeed. I sort of wanted to fail.
Yeah.
I mean, you could always spend another fate point.
I only have 3, and we're still going to warp in this session.
True.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Actually, that was the
can't-
reason I wanted to roll the
No.
Medicaid, because I forgot to say that, because that way you
Oh.
save your rerolls for the warp. Oh,
That's
well.
a fair point, but we healed him a lot.
Let me see how badly it would have gone if I'd done it.
You can have like a month in the warp, it'll be fine.
He's like 90.
Oh, brother. Okay.
Well, you would have actually done
Oh.
better than that because you would have gotten plus 10 from me.
Yeah, I would have had
so
another
we
plus
would've-
10 for another degree of success.
Your degrees
We
of
rolled
success
exactly
are
the damn
same.
same.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Except I wouldn't have needed to spend a fate point on it, because that was my first roll.
that's true.
Oh well. Live and learn.
Alright.
Okay.
So, what's your destination?
The stars are our. What is our?
Solice
what's our current-
Encarmine.
Alright. Oop, that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
wrong thing to drag
Those we were trying
across.
to get to before the fucking Mobius loop.
I'm pretty sure that you've tried to get to Solice Encarmine about 4 times.
Every
We
time it's
might
ended in
just
a
have,
disaster.
yeah.
Well, we're gonna try again, taking our 1 day back to Fort Tussis, and then take the shorter hop to Solice Encarmine. Because, unless I'm very much mistaken, real space distance is factored into the calculation, right?
No.
You'd think
Oh.
that. You'd be wrong.
Yeah, basically.
Never mind. Just jump straight there.
Okay, so
It is for the examples given, but not in the jumping to a random place.
Yeah.
Oh, I still only trade chemist. That's right. I can't make drug. I can only
Oh.
administer.
Okay,
I-
so do you want me to use our special?
The map
Cool
of
map.
getting less lost.
Do you happen to have?
Yes.
Do you happen to have armor of contempt yet?
Me, no.
Then
Mhm.
I would caution against.
Me, yes.
Well, Yeah, but that's
Jesus.
it's up to the rogue trader.
You all right, Greg?
It's like firework out right, almost like outside my window.
Hmm.
It's like it's not
Yes, use
firework
the
time.
map. Always use the map.
They found him. Commence bombing.
Russian response.
Yeah.
On target.
Soviet.
Fire for effect.
Okay, so yeah, I'm being commanded to use the map. So how many? What is that guy? Test for corruption points, or is it just automatic?
willpower check, and then it's insanity. It's not a chaotic map. It's a map to drive you insane.
Oh, it's insanity, not corruption.
Yeah.
Our contempt does nothing.
That's fair. Flat willpower.
Flat willpower. Actually, I have a plus 10 because you've used it a few times now.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Right.
So, do I gain anything, or
1 point of insanity.
You succeed
I'm
even
now-
harder.
But you are
No,
close to the
okay.
point where you can start making tests. Another one, and you'll be able to start making tests to get used to it.
Okay.
It can only drive you so insane unless you start pushing it hard.
Yeah.
Once you
okay,
begin to
so
understand the map, it starts making sense to you, and you've gone mad enough to not be hurt by it anymore.
Yep.
challenging Steinicians plus
Yep.
10.
Of course, that also means you need the peas served on the left side of your plate.
All right.
Which side is the left side? Okay.
So
Your left.
you estimate. Do you get the estimation at this point? I always forget.
If he passes the test, the augury is a good navigator can confidently tell the captain to give the order for translation.
Yep.
The GM tells the navigator the stability of the route, the clarity of the astronomicon, and the approximate duration.
All right. It's a lightless, so the astronomical is obscured, and the estimated duration is 560 days.
Jesus Christ.
Real time.
That's
I've
still
never get
bad.
Trade
Yes.
chemist?
All right. Nope. We're staying here and shriving.
Oh, hey, wrangling's actually here on the list. Did you add it here?
Let's just take another week. I don't feel ready to go into the warp anyway.
All right.
Okay, another Medicaid
Good, boss.
test.
I'll medicate this time, that way you can not
yeah,
spend
you do
your
it.
points.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Rolls of
Plus 10 for
100.
Mechadendrite, plus 10 for assistance.
Sounds of sudden stitching as they try and put the road trader back together.
Okay, well, it's a failure, but it means he heals 1 point.
Yeah, some of the problem is I'm specifically refusing to let you heal the scar tissue because it was inflicted with a sanctified weapon and thus is a glorious reminder of the Emperor.
Yeah, we are trying to sneakily apply leeches and or mecha leeches to help, but it's not working.
He flirted with
Jeez.
Nicole. That's just not on.
To be fair, he didn't realise Nicole wasn't a person. She kept talking
I
about
mean,
Nicole.
he is
and he
on
thought,
at least one of those of the drug.
Yes. Okay, so we wait a week and we try again, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, well, I got to do another willpower test then.
I need to
Does
reset
anyone
this.
Get trade chemist?
I don't think I do.
Doink.
To check.
Okay, well, so I'm now at 10 insanity. Does that do anything?
Yes, I think that's a mine. Because I think
Okay,
much
well-
like corruption, it's not bad on 10s, but you get something.
Well, if someone can check while I do the rest of the...
Yeah, sure. And I'll look.
Okay, well, okay, so that succeeded.
This one is a untraceable route, so can't be charted.
No, I haven't...
Oh, you haven't done that yet.
I haven't actually rolled the Sanisians yet.
Okay.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
It's an unchartable route,
hmm
but it's running at 32 days.
That's reasonable. Well, Captain,
I am studying the creature, the spitters in the hole.
oh, and the Astronomicon, Grey?
Doesn't say, actually, I don't know what it says for Uncharted.
Nathan Drake comes and breaks into our ship and starts killing us all.
That.
Untraceable. No, it doesn't say about the Astronomicon, so you can still have a look for it.
Okay,
He's after
well,
the finger, discard.
Did I
Uh,
roll a 9 on that check anyway? No. Okay, so... Okay, so now we translate.
Yep.
Now we have to test for, going insane. Well, the warp hallucinations.
Before we get too deep into that, just sort out the insanity, because it turns out, yes, there is something that you need to
Okay, yeah, what happens?
You need to make a trauma check, essentially,
What does that do?
which
Or how
is
do I
going to
do
be
that, rather?
willpower plus 10.
Okay.
And if you fail that, we have another
Let's
10.
say I fail it.
You want to reload that?
I don't know if I should re-roll it or if I need to save the re-rolls for the warp stuff.
How much did you fail by?
3 degrees
3
success.
degrees, apparently. How bad
Okay,
is
so basically there's a table where you'd be rolling at 1d100 plus 30 to various degrees of effects. I'll script the table from the book and shove it in the Discord chat so we can all see.
Maybe I should re-roll that then.
Well, some of them aren't so bad.
I'm gonna
Some of them
re-roll
are
it.
quite
Much-
normal.
Do you really? Okay,
Watch
here's
me
a
get
question: do you want to
worse.
go through the warp with one less reroll, or do you want to go through the warp with a 1 risk reroll and a malignancy?
It's not. No, it's not that kind of thing. This is a trauma check, not mutant.
Okay, well, I succeeded very well this time.
Okay.
What'd I say about the peas?
So
Gave
do
them a
I?
chance,
So do I have to test for insanity or what now? I mean,
No, if that was you re-rolling the initial check, so you passed it.
Yeah.
It's only if you actually failed trauma test that you then re-roll on the table I just put in Discord.
Okay, well, good. I'll check
So
the
you're
table later. Okay. So now we all do a willpower test.
Plus.
Oh god, here we go.
Yay.
I think we now all do a willpower test, right?
Yes.
Yes, because
Yes.
now this is the everyone's going through the warp. What fun!
Yeah.
Flat roll, I'm guessing, is bonuses on this.
Yeah, I believe it's a flat willpower roll for everyone.
Yeah.
I'm
Messing me.
not fine.
Do I want to start with a?
I have rolled an incredible number of sub 10s.
Should
You
I?
Arsa's just fine.
The thing is, I have 5 rerolls, but I have had such luck where 5 rerolls have not been enough.
Enough, So far it's added, Terran, discard. Oh god, you're all mad.
Yes, the only person who passed literally was Carson. Everyone else has failed.
And
So
I
I
can't
love.
help.
I mean, the sad truth is, I actually only failed by quite a narrow level, so I'm not prepared to risk a reroll making it
Alright.
worse.
118 mutants everywhere.
Again,
You're
you really
mutants.
think
I
all your
tell
crew's mutants, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
It's a good thing we've got you sedated and strapped down in the medic lab, in the medic
Yeah, the
bay,
prob-
because that's the
Alright.
only way
Wait,
you stand
wasn't-
still.
Okay,
The problem
let's
is he's
give
gonna
it a
do.
shot.
He's gonna freak out when we try to treat him, or you try.
Please
to
do
treat him.
not give me. Okay, thank God. I did not end up with freaking Whispers of the Warp again in my head.
Oh, the horror.
What's the horror? The
You got
horror
the
do
f-
again?
No, you got the flesh is
And
weak.
insanity.
I had the flesh is weak.
What is it? Am I reading the wrong one?
I got the horror.
Oh, you got the horror. Yeah, discard, you rolled what?
102.
102. The flesh is
Flesh
weak.
is weak.
Oh, am I going to start carving?
At the end
stabbing
of
myself?
any walking counter, the character sees a warp mark in his flesh, make a willpower check. If he fails, he's believed his mutation tries to crush it away, doing 1d10 rending damage.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Slicey.
Is it too late to reroll my my insanity check?
Yeah, you're on the next roll now.
Yeah.
All right.
So is
I
that
got a
everyone?
70.
Okay, well you have the horror. You gain 2 insanity points immediately plus 1 point for every 30 days in the war.
Okay. How long
you
was
just
this warp trip
two.
again?
32 real time.
So that's
So-
another point, essentially, so I gained 3.
Well, no,
don't.
it's warp days.
Yeah.
Um,
And we
it's
don't
only-
know how
it's only
long they're
the
going to
two.
be yet.
yeah, so I'll take
It's
the
only
2
the two
instantly
so
and then
far.
work it.
Yeah.
What was it?
Rolling trauma
130?
check.
Oh god, are we all going mad now?
Just me.
All right, so Terran failed by 3 degrees. Do you want to re-roll that?
No.
1d100 plus 30.
Yep.
Actually,
Told you
sorry,
I'm fine.
Carsa, just checking.
He was
How many
not
days did
fine.
you say the extra insanity points were?
It's just a temporary severe phobia.
It's 2 insanity plus 1 for every 30 warp days.
One for
Which we
every
don't
30.
know how.
Yeah,
we
you
don't
don't
know.
know
Just
how
gonna
many you got yet.
I'm just going to write that down, sorry.
Sure. So what did you roll,
all
Terran?
right. 116, Terran. So he is
Suffers from
Temporary severe phobia.
the D5
Lost
days.
1d5 days. Well, that's not okay. Well, what's your phobia then?
I'll figure that out as soon as I figure out how long it lasts. It lasts for 3.
Fear of the
So
number
it's
3.
page
Go.
296 that you gotta. I'll see if I. No, I need to stick on this page. 296.
Well, at least I didn't roll dead comrade.
Mental. No, that's. Okay, phobia. The character is a deep dislike and fear of a particular thing. Phobic character must pass.
Dead or insects are 2 of the examples it gave.
What about dead
Yeah, what
insects?
is this? Yeah, there's
Dear
no
Internet,
table.
I need a list of phobias.
That shouldn't be too hard.
All right, chat. Over to you.
Yeah, that works.
What's he
Yeah,
afraid
actually,
of?
that's a good point.
Lube. You fear lube.
What?
No, we're not playing Black
Random.org.
Crusade.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
What does chat suggest?
It takes 15
No, I
seconds
was
to
saying-
run through.
I was saying that to discard suggestions. Sorry, I have no idea what chat's saying.
It's a long 15
Well-
seconds when you're waiting.
Yeah.
I did a random phobia generator, and the first two things were fear of hell and fear of new things. And I'm thinking that's just life in 40K.
Yeah, true.
Well, in 40K, you could say
Well,
fear
we're
of hell.
going
is
into the
fear of-
warp, so
Yeah, fear of the warp. So if we encounter any warp things on the
34.6
ship,
or 87.
Hey, Greg, quick question.
Yep.
Can I do a quick wrangling while the people are doing their
Oh wait,
they're
I only
fixing the
rolled one.
captain on the birds in the hole?
Yeah, go for it.
Damn. Can you roll a spit attack? Oh no, spell
Ooh,
attack.
spiders.
Claw
Spiders
against
is a
me.
good one.
the
Yeah.
demon
Fear of
turns up a
being
spider.
touched,
That's not too bad either.
or
to be
fear of
honest.
mice and rats. What do you think, Gray? Spiders or people touching me?
I say mice and rats because they're
Yeah.
more than shipboard rats than anything.
Skaven appears bored suddenly.
You just hear screeching in the walls. You think they're Skaven about.
I'm always surprised Skaven were never ported into 40K. They look
There
like
there's a close like Voss
They technically
Strixus.
exist, yeah,
Yeah.
but they're not really a thing. You
They're
know,
not
it's not
a-
like
they're
they're a
not-
faction or anything,
Yeah.
which is a bit weird. Okay, so is the root stable?
No.
Okay, so it's a
Okay.
challenging Sinusines test. Uh,
This is the one that will feed into all the other calculations.
God damn it, I need to reroll that. Because yeah, this one is very
Oh, we
important.
also need to check the ship's morale.
Oh yeah. Fuck me, I can't see the... Okay.
The ship is fine. Right. So that was the Astronomicon?
Yeah, I can't see it.
Alright. Note the Astronomicon.
We will
Yeah.
not
Okay, so
be
I
going
can-
to Salt and Carmine today.
Probably not. I can attempt to re-see it, but
I think you need an all as well.
yeah, I need an all as well.
We could get that.
They're not that rare.
Yeah,
I just won't
we'll
roll
see.
for any warp encounters. That's all.
Okay, so navigation. I must now make a challenging navigation roll.
Yep, and remember we get plus 10 to these because of our better Geller field.
Well, plus 20 in total because of the
have a better
map
Geller
as
field?
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a.
Neat.
Yeah, we keep forgetting about that.
Yeah.
I succeeded at that at least.
Yeah, we don't have a warp Bane
Um,
hull, but we do have like the one that just says new.
Okay, so the GM modifies the approximation of the length of the voyage in your calculation. You don't tell me what the.
Yeah.
Okay, so you now use the actual duration to. GM uses the actual duration of passage to determine the number of encounters. Every 5
Yeah.
days, the GM rolls on 2/6. If the ship has an wait, do we have a warp Spain hull?
No, we have a
No. It's a
we have a
Gallifreyan.
negative. Yeah.
Okay, so Gray, you now roll, or somebody rolls.
Rolls what?
For the encounters.
What do you want to do?
And these are at minus 20.
So yeah, somebody.
All as well. 5.
Yeah, that's actually all as well. So I can now
Alright.
attempt to relocate the Astronomicon. So wait, is the Gray is the god damn it.
Astronomicon?
Is the Astronomicon clouded?
No.
It's shrouded, I mean. Okay, so it's just the route's not stable.
It's just, yeah. You just can't chart it. That's the only downside with this one.
Okay, well, okay, I see the Astronomicon now. So now I get plus 10 on my navigation checks. Okay,
Alright.
so another encounter?
Nope,
Oh, just the one.
just the
Okay.
one. You reduced it down by a quarter, to a
Oh,
quarter.
Discard has to check to see if it carves his face off.
Oh yes.
Oh, right. What do I say? Willpower chest?
Willpower check.
I'm good.
Yep,
No,
excellent.
no. Don't worry. All the mutations on the inside.
So just checking, it was less than.
Sorry.
Just checking, that was less than 30 days.
Yeah.
Hey,
It was a grand total of 1 day.
Okay.
Because you took the 32 days and divided by them 4 by rolling above three above successes. So yeah, 1 day in the warp. Chunk.
But where do we land?
Well, yeah, that's a good point. Well,
Actual duration is also
so
Yeah.
You want to chart that route?
no, you
we
can't.
can't.
Damn.
We rolled a thing that says this is specific.
okay.
Yeah,
The accuracy of re-entry. If the navigator's estimate is equal to the actual duration of passage. Okay. Was the estimate correct, Gray?
this is where we've been saying yes, because otherwise, every time you roll well on your navigation check,
I think somebody, isn't it Serpentis found somewhere that says if it's quicker, it's okay.
I
If it's-
have no idea.
Okay, I somebody.
it does say it's under the if you roll to make it quicker, which is what you've done, it's fine. It's when you you think it's going to take you 40 days because you've messed with one of the previous rolls, but it only takes you 5. That's when it becomes an issue.
Yeah,
It's
and I
the same-
didn't mess up the previous roll.
Yeah.
So
So
It's
you're good.
basically what you do know and don't know. If you do know it, then it's a-okay. If you don't know it, then you're going to pull up somewhere else because you're
Yep.
essentially.
Okay.
But
Mm.
you're essentially tunneling. I mean,
okay, so we arrive on target.
Yeah.
Impossible.
I
I
know.
know.
we made it
Shocking.
to
Someone has just
Solice
clearly replaced Solice
Encarmine.
Encarmine with a clever trap.
No,
No,
would you
Solice
take that from me?
Encarmine.
Possibly a giant rat.
Multiple giant rats.
Okay.
We should nuke the site from orbit.
No.
So
Take this
Solice
from me.
Encarmine is the pleasure planet, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, you drop out of warp. You spend a week burning in.
Okay, that's another healing check for.
Yep.
Okay,
do
online.
do you want to do it? Because I'm now out of fate points.
That's now useless for the rest of this episode.
You're fine.
Okay. So that means you gain 2 7 points back. That probably heals you to full, right, added?
You gain your
Almost.
toughness mod, I think it is, doubled, and then 5 more. Because you're not
Well, that's
heavily wounded anymore, are you?
I think he was.
I am heavily wounded.
Well,
Yeah,
stop
so
being
you-
heavily wounded then. Get 7 points
You,
back.
you gain 7 points plus, 2 plus 5 for the successes.
He's mostly back.
That's good. Just in time to fall apart at the seams again, probably.
Scholastic lore, bureaucracy, and peer administration.
Well,
so
let's not
now-
get distracted. Let's remember why we're here.
Why are we here again?
Yeah, we have to get revenge against the terrible person who insulted our name.
Ah, yes, I remember
Who was
now.
on the ship that fled to Winterscale's realm we were trying to chase, but, Mobius loop.
Mobius loop?
Have you not seen
I'm
around
just going to
Photosis?
gesture at the warp chart around forces.
Take a look at the chart where you there's a circle. There is just a circle.
We went round.
Oh, I
Yeah,
wasn't here for that.
The
I think.
prelude to going to this planet for the whole dinner was we tried to go to Solice Encarmine and ended up discovering a stable route from Fortosis to Fortosis.
A very long, stable route.
Yes.
That's great.
Great is a word for it.
I mean, if you want to hide in the warp and know where you're coming out, it's a great route to use.
Yeah,
Well-
maybe we could use it for something one day.
We need to kill 2 years. Let's just do certain donuts here.
Yeah. They'll never find
a lot
us.
better things to do with 2 years.
That's you now. I mean, what about you running from Johnny Law? But go ahead. I'm sorry.
So,
We know the ship we're looking for.
yeah.
Let Ray try.
Sorry, Greg. My bad.
So, you arrive at Solice Encarmine, which is one of the busiest ports in the area. You know, there's plenty of ships knocking around, coming in and out. You actually see something a bit of a rarity. A cruise liner.
Huh.
Like, an actual ship not built for war. It has a weird, like, glass decks on the back with, like, all sorts of fun-looking things going on in there.
So wait, these people are the people who go out to space.
How would it survive the warp?
It's still got a Gellerfield.
How is this?
Armor doesn't really help that much about demons.
He has a point there.
But yeah, it's a massive, weird-looking ship. I've forgotten what the class is. There's that one class that's absolutely massive, but it's like not like a factory ship. Almost. Yeah.
Universal. Like, it's the carrier that's like the cargo carrier that's the size of several other ships put together.
Yes, it's basically one of those.
It's been modified into a...
Yeah, a carrier. Into a cruise ship.
Yeah.
Into basically a floating hive, almost.
Yeah. The Emperor's Palace, it's called.
If it was going to be anywhere, it makes sense to be floating around somewhere like Solice.
Yeah. God knows how long the cruises last.
I'm sure you can go in a rich man and come out the fact you found out that your entire family has ran your company into the ground.
If it's anything like real cruise ships, it's probably just a floating retirement home anyway.
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah.
Well, it would be one way to artificially sort of extend your life.
Yeah.
Grandad's
bought a ticket, and we'll never see him again because it's going to take him 20 years to fly across the galaxy.
Yeah.
Or he's going to fail a willpower test, grow malignancy, stab himself to death, and then we'll never have to hear from him again.
Either way.
Hmm? I mean, look, how many times do we have to roll? Do we have to roll willpower just in our warp jumps?
Don't want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, there are people that do this for fun, apparently.
It's a big adventure going into the warp.
Great big miserable adventure where everyone's invited. Pain.
Where is
In the
nervous?
40k universe, adventure is a 4-letter word.
Yep. So, you come into orbit, you're assigned a orbital berth.
Mm-hmm.
What are your plans?
I would
That's
say
a
that
trader, sure.
There is a sudden clamour for shore leave.
Surprising no one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'd like to make an acquisition test for a Jovian pattern 8.2 class 8.2 drive.
So we probably would have to worry about that on shore leave. Right?
You're not going to find it here.
It figures. It's only rolling at a minus 30.
Right. So it's like, well, we're going to head down to the planet with as many crew as we can carry, and we're going to investigate.
Why is Rex's voice so gravelly suddenly?
He
Because
can
it's
be for the fire damage.
Oh,
He got like full body barbecue. There is no other way of.
I kind of wish Rex would have the disturbing voice talent, just plus 10 to intimidate and interrogate, but negative 10 to fellowship. He just has that for his negative fellowship.
that would be a bit.
Yeah, I
too
know.
Okay, well, going down to the planet's surface with a bunch of crew is all well and good, but I mean, we need an actual plan for finding this guy.
Administratum.
Crew?
This place has to have an administratum.
Yeah.
I can make
And
inquiries with the administratum.
He's also. I mean, he is a practicing seneschal, so maybe he applied his.
We have
trade
no idea what he is
afterwards.
anymore. He could be anything.
I know. This is where we have to go. Basically, we have to go check the employment records and all that kind of such. If the Imperium is anything but litigious. So, or is that the right way of saying that? Oh, yeah.
Look for anyone who's been throwing a lot of new money around.
How long has he been here, if we know?
Gray, would I be able to use my scholastic lore bureaucracy to figure out the best people, the right place to go looking for this jerk?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Does my peer academic or my peer administratum apply to that?
A peer menstratum was yes.
Nice. No, only plus 10, not plus 120. Thank you.
Ah,
Ooh, damn.
There's peer and observability.
You know that most visitors in a world like this would, especially high-ranking ones, would need to register themselves.
They would have to sign
Fantastic.
basically.
I assume
the
that an
big war.
inquiry test then would be the thing to use to dig through this registry or find this information, since that's the whole point of the skill.
Yeah.
we probably have to go register ourselves there as well, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go down land. Let's do the shore leave and get boots on ground.
Yeah. And then
This is an
while we're
eclipse
there, we
phase.
can do some digging.
This is an eclipse phase where the entirety of all campaign game can just be done by sitting in your ship.
Ooh.
Aw.
Maybe your meat body's sitting in your ship.
Oh yes, but that would just be us sitting in the ship and no risk to our meat body. Only our brain will be, having brain and ego would be at risk of being getting
It's the unimportant bits. Then.
bored. Yeah.
Okay,
Look, you
so
can get those back. Good.
Who is going down to the administratum office then?
John.
Is there anything else someone would need for me to do?
Well, it might not be a bad idea to inquire. Okay, so might not be a bad idea. Oh, I can go to if I can try to go to the planetary governor's office to see if we can find anything out about somebody that's come in relatively recently and is sort of doing a lot of things suddenly.
I mean, that's basically what he's working on too for the. So basically,
he's
working
looking
two
for-
different angles.
Yeah, he's looking for official records. I'm going to. I want to go to the governor and see if I can, sort of get any, I suppose, extra information out of him that way. Gray?
Yep. All right. So, landing on planet. I'm assuming everyone's going down.
Yeah, I'll come down.
Group
All
shore
right.
leave. What could go wrong?
Customs.
Everyone else, everyone's shore leave.
So, customs. Something you're not that used to.
Mm-hmm. Am I going to have to leave my guns behind?
Yes, and any fluids over about 120 mil.
Bastard.
Does that include what's inside my body or outside my body?
Yes,
It's
yes,
outside.
they have a big vacuum pump to deal with that.
Okay, I'm gonna go and take a whiz.
All your blood.
Gee, it's a really good thing I left Nicole behind.
So whilst we've only got the diesel pump today at the immigration station, that'll do in a people's words, right?
No. So, I mean, customs is a very nice place. Marble floors. Nice layout. High arch building.
Very nice place.
It's Solice Encarmine. Everything here is a very nice place, at least on the surface.
Okay, great. Just how many of my guns are they taking? Am I not allowed to
All of them?
bring?
Well, you'll have a certain dispensation, of course, because you're road traders.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that only goes so far, I suspect.
Yes.
you
I was
telling
going to
me,
say,
Grenade launchers and stuff like that, rocket launchers, like personal sidearms, yes.
So like
Okay.
pistols, boots,
Pistols, swords, stuff that isn't going to cause property damage.
also, can I just maybe advise to any
Does-
bridge crew members before we go down, nothing alien. No fancy
I'll
Dark
leave-
Eldar stuff. That stays on the
Yeah,
ship.
I'll
Yes.
leave the pistol aboard. It's not as if it's my main weapon anyway.
Okay, here's a question, Gray. So between bolt pistol or hell pistol, when am I allowed to
both would be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, both. As long as it's a pistol of some description.
Yeah.
How about the hallucinogen grenades?
No.
Or the but they're
No, that's
can I
probably right.
can I just say that they're party poppers?
You can get those on planet.
Okay.
You don't want to know what the Imperial Terrorists are. All right, so you got this like board clerk. It's gonna okay. Reason for visit?
Just gonna look
Pleasure.
Ticks box A1. Status? Social status, sorry.
Rogue trader.
Oh, excellent. House?
Uh-oh.
Fuck.
Okay. If you'd just like to go into that room over there, some of you along for some quick follow-up questions, and we'll get you processed as quickly as we can.
Are they separating us?
No, you'll get moved into a room.
Look, it's not like this room is also going to get filled with gas because someone's been waiting here the entire time to assassinate us.
No.
It's not as if the guy could have planned ahead, and thought, oh, if a buck shows up, maybe I should kill them before they get onto the planet.
I mean, to be fair, with the amount of failed warp jumps we've had, if they'd have had someone on Solice waiting for us, they'd have died from old age by now.
Probably.
All right, so you're in there for a while. A bit longer. This is actually getting quite a long time now.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick my head out.
The door won't open. Yeah, the door will not open.
I do believe that Katrina can complain loudly to, or are we sealed in here?
You're sealed in.
Gray, is it a tech use or a security test to unlock a door?
There is no panel on this side of the door.
So it's a brute force check to unlock the door, is what you're saying.
Does a hell pistol unlock a door, Gray?
A power boot will.
Not this door. A power boot might, yes.
We don't have a power boot, though. Surely that would have been forced to stay on the ship.
You don't have a power boot.
Yeah, but I'm saying it would have gotten caught on the no weapons that can cause property damage. Surely.
All weapons can cause property damage.
You know what I mean.
Better at it than others.
Okay, Sun Tzu.
That's funny to unlock locks.
Ray.
Very nice.
So, Barry.
Mm-hmm.
After a couple of hours, the door open and a official will walk in. As it shuts, you see there's a couple of armed guards outside.
Of course.
So, there's been a slight problem with your application for, planetary egress?
Ingress.
Ingress.
Surely.
No, we're not leaving.
Yeah. The problem being you're not who you say you are. I'm assuming you're claiming to be a Rex book of the book House of Road Traders.
1 second. Okay, managed to keep my temper check. Yes.
The problem is I had a rather nice lunch with Mr. Book just last week. He's been a stay on this planet for a good couple of years now. And we do not take kindly for people impersonating road traders.
Then you should shoot your dinner guest. We can pull forward Arbiter's records proving that this is the Lord Gracious Road Trader Rex Buck, who was just, having had an unfortunate incident with an assassination attempt, come here for a lovely time off, which you are denying him and wasting his time. Now, I can get interplanetary Arbites involved later, but frankly, I think the more appropriate thing might be to tell us who this other lunch guest is so we could have words with them. Right, I'm going to roll an intimidate check if I can.
Yeah, go for it.
Because this is just nonsense, and I'm sick of this.
This may go down to an inspection of the warrant of trade, though, and that's maybe the biggest
That's exactly
problem
why
here.
I'm trying to prevent this.
Yeah, this is, of course, this is
Out of character. Why do you think I'm trying to bull rush this woman? It's so that it doesn't come to that.
Fair enough.
I know what's going on there. Intimidate is in this setting. It is.
Skill.
Is it strength in this setting or
It's strength.
I think it's strength or toughness. One of the two.
It's strength.
strength?
I have intimidate as well. I can. Do you want I give you a? Can I loom behind you and give you a +10?
I'm not going to say no to that if Gray alone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I
go.
can hover you for another +10.
I am also 51 strength in this setting. That is a very muscular man.
2 very muscular men and a crispy rogue trader.
Good thing you got that. You almost
Right.
missed.
He will take a step back. Oh, the problem is I've actually seen his warrant of trade.
Terran, you've got a lot of feedback there.
So
Yeah.
wait, you went up to his starship and he showed you his warrant of trade on his starship.
No, on his in his palace.
Well,
Why-
Rex
Kind of a
is going
stupid rogue
to.
trader would not have a starship.
Well, he has starships. He's just not here.
Well,
Right.
Rex is going to reach into a duffel bag he has with him, ruffle through some things, and pull out a pict of Finknottle, and say, "I think I understand. Is this the man you met?"
Yes, that's Rogue Trader book.
My uncle. I was named for him. You see.
Oh, that's very confusing. I can understand that, but please at least use regional numbers. Makes life so much easier for us. So,
Yes.
the problem is you're still claiming to be someone you're not. You're not the Rogue Trader. He is the Rogue Trader. You're just a family member if you are. Even that, which I've still not seen any proof.
Well, according to the warrant, what is the ship of the Rogue Trader dynasty?
I don't think I looked at. Did you look at that?
Probably should.
The Venice Superbus is one of them listed. There's a few others, but I don't know how many of those are actually still active.
Come to our ship. Look at our bridge. It stems from the ancient history of man. Could not be duplicated.
Ooh, what happened there? I think it's just interrupted stream. No, it's still going. That's fine. So the stream just twitched. Okay. Yes. See. I think we're going to have to bring the Arbites in on this one.
Please do. And please bring in my dear uncle. It's been too long.
I'm not in the position to summon a rogue trader, unfortunately.
You're not summoning. You're merely passing on our summons from one family member to another.
Oh,
seeing
yes,
as we
I can do
can't
that.
presently leave this containment.
Yes. I will call the rogue trader say the Arbite now, and will pass on your message. I'll have some refreshments brought in.
Okay.
Great.
At
Out of
this
character,
point,
we remember the name of the Arbites we were talking to on. I've forgotten the name of the planet we were last session. Corpse.
There were
Delos.
And
but wait, just before he leaves.
Nope,
Yeah.
can't remember.
Oh, fine.
At this point, before he
Right.
leaves, Katerina is going to push past Rex and say, "I am tired of waiting in here. These are my credentials," and she'll hand the man sort of her her identity and the proof that she's in the Bellicor family and all that.
Nevis
Says,
nobility.
yes, yeah. I demand to be released from this custody. I demand to be released from this custody, and I shall meet up with my compatriots once this whole matter is sorted out.
Yes, he seems to be in order. So yes, you may leave it at any point.
Karen, do you want to come with me?
Could do. Sounds like a plan.
They are part of the rogue traders retinue.
I happen to be an explorator.
Oh.
I
And
know.
he's-
I don't look like an explorator, and in fact, it's quite difficult to tell that I'm an explorator, but I am definitely an explorator.
He is my technical support on the technical mission that we are engaged with this rogue trader.
Oh,
He's coming
technically.
with me.
Okay, yeah. Just
I know.
don't want to get too noble. 3 noble houses annoyed to me at the same time.
Yes, that is a wise decision on your part, my good man.
Can I at least get some cigarettes?
Oh yes, yeah. And he just
They said
rolls
refreshing.
out like 15 different brands on a trolley.
All right, who brought the cards?
I'll take a pack and can I go up for a smoke? I don't want to gas my road trader here.
Oh, me and the. Okay, well,
Am I getting? Is Gray just giving me a long stare or something?
Possibly, yes.
Possibly.
Alright. It's just like, what is he getting up to? Alright, fair
Okay,
enough,
well,
fair enough.
me and Isaac get through the customs otherwise intact, correct?
Yes.
Okay, well,
Welcome
got
to the
no way of
pleasure world of
talking
Solice Encarmine.
yeah, I have no way of talking to Rex, I assume. Not that it
No,
being
the room is
sent.
shielded.
Yeah, so
I think you're best off just having to prove that this man is actually name is this man hasn't always been Fig Nuddle and is actually impersonating a road trader with a
now, Terran isn't here, obviously,
or
or
there could be we could do a swapsy with our warrior of trade for swap the 2 warrior of trades. And it turns out expose him as a fraud.
I don't
If
think
we
Katerina
can-
is going to be leading a heist into what is going to be a
Are you-
guarded
Are you
palace.
telling me that Katerina won't look good in tight spandex?
She would.
Setting that aside, Katerina also doesn't know about that part.
Fair enough.
No, as far as she knows, this other person is just lying.
Yeah, fair enough.
She's not sure what this other problem is, but she's going to go through with the original plan of going to the administratum or the governor. If Terran gets back and he wants to go to the administratum on his own, Katerina will head to the governor's palace, have an audience with him, and explain the situation as far as she understands it. Great.
Yep, that sounds
I
okay.
think wasn't that the governor we're talking to?
No, that's just the port
authority?
official.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair
port
enough.
authority. So, you want to head
Like
straight
he'll be
there?
powerful. Yeah, he'll be powerful, but
Yeah, he's
Probably not
powerful enough
likely
to
to do
detain
it.
somebody who might be a road trader, but end of the day, he knows his head's on the line if he messes it up.
yeah, his head's on the line because he messed it up.
He doesn't
far
know
as
that yet,
Katerina's
100%, you know?
He doesn't know that, but as far as Katerina's concerned, okay. So sorry, Gray, you were saying?
Yeah, you want to head to the planetary governor.
Yeah, I'll head to the planetary governor, and then
All right.
I assume Terran wants to go to the administratum.
All right, planetary governors. Very nice looking place.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's not that there's anywhere bad looking on here. It probably looks bad compared to everywhere else because everywhere else is literal palaces and this is just a fancy office block.
Yeah, but it's still nice as far as
Right.
planetary governors go.
There is a large queue because this is the Imperium. There's always a large queue for anything.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you tend to deal with a large queue?
The way she always deals with large queues, she cuts straight to the front.
Miss, there is a line.
She will wave her. Wait, can she still have the? Okay, so I do have peer government, which I think which includes local governments like this. So can she still have the guys carrying the portrait?
Yes.
She comes up with the guys carrying the portrait, and it's the same deal. Her family has invested heavily in a lot of these, in a lot of these worlds in the what sector are we in?
Coronus Expanse.
In the Coronus Expanse. She's here to check in with the governor and see how her family's investments are going. That sort of routine but necessary thing. I assume that's a charm check, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's like you'll get an
Sean-
appointment with that. It's just how quickly.
Okay, so
It's just how quickly.
Okay, so she has peer government for +10. So I just want to check which talents I have exactly. Did I get good reputation? I can't remember. Okay, well that's 10. Okay, well 2 degrees of success, thankfully.
Yeah, that'll get you bumped up the line a fair chunk. Probably not to the front of the line, but like several other people. Yeah, you're behind other kind of rogue traders and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's to be expected. Her,
All the locals have been shoved back a couple of places.
yeah, her entourage. One of her entourage will be carrying a folding chair for her.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, one of
Taryn,
them steps forward the canapes as you're waiting.
of course.
Yeah. All right, Taryn.
Yeah, I am here.
What?
So I went. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
go
went
ahead.
to the. I went to the local government. I assume you want to go to the administratum.
Yeah, I should probably talk to the administratum.
Okay.
Find out what
Again,
shady
queue.
things this
How
guy's
do you deal
doing.
with your queue?
Well, first I'm going to make sure I'm going to the right place.
Didn't you check for that already?
No, he's in the right building. He's just making sure he's into the right section of the bureaucracy.
And that lets me skip the first 3 lines, which are, no, you need to go to this line. No, they sent you wrong. Go to this place.
Yeah. You quickly find the right queue. And to be honest, the queue for checking up on warrants and trades and noble visits is relatively small.
I would love the idea that queues bifurcate like a tower of like one of those tower puzzles.
Yeah. Like, you come in, there's a queue, and as you go through, it's like, oh, I need to veer left in this queue as it moves off towards administrating rather than off towards colony management.
There are 6 floors of queues.
Yeah.
Pick the right one.
So someone got the wrong queue and they didn't realise for 2 years.
Uh-huh.
Very sad.
Yeah. But yeah. You will quickly enter. So the adept. Yeah, adept supposing. Scribe, that's the word I was looking for. So yes, sir. Sir? Miss?
Determined.
Indeterminate. How can I help you?
I'm looking for information on this Rex Buck. I hear he's been staying in this system for quite some time.
We are not allowed to just give out information on inhabitants of this sector. You'll have to form out a PCAT-48T. Sorry?
How fortunate that I'm a member of his retinue. I assume this person is not a member of the Adeptus Mechanicus?
No.
Okay, I will make a charm check here at +15, because that's great.
What, if you're a member of his retinue, why are you asking for information on him? Surely you have his own information?
You know how family matters are.
It's one of those. It's like those attempts where you Google yourself to see how notable you are.
Everyone suddenly Googles themselves.
Have not, will not, and you can't make me.
Javin, you're one of those people who stands with a hammer next to the PC at all times.
It's not a hammer.
It's a thermite shot. It's a thermite
Much
shot.
more versatile.
Hard drive.
You know, I've considered that, but it would be silly.
Yeah.
I have too many hard drives.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of thermite. That would get you some sort of watch list.
Not like they're all already. It's not like we're not all already on 1 or 2 or 3.
Gotta catch them all.
Okay. What exactly information are you looking for?
Well, I'd like to know where he's been, how much of the house's money he's been spending, whether he's made contact with any of the house's ships since he got here. You know, the usual stuff.
I can't give you any real information on spending. You know, a lot of that. I can give you how long he's been here.
I've got the 34B and the 37 Alpha.
Yes, but unfortunately, rogue traders aren't required to submit.
Right.
Chain.
Noble houses.
Yeah, they have their own income above us. They're audited by a adaptus tactonomist. So, yeah. He has paid all local taxes.
Things run a little different here.
I can tell you the following. He's been here for 2.5 years. He has paid all local taxes, including rent on the palace. He has paid for several groundworks in the area. Landing pad, upgraded defences. That's fairly common. Yeah, rogue traders seem to make enemies. Apart from that, yeah, outstanding.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So, do you need a location of the palace? I assume you know where the palace is.
Oh, of course I can find the palace. Not a problem.
That's fine. Good. Anything else I can help you with?
That's it for me. Thank you.
Excellent. Next. Right, Carter, you want to back up?
Yes.
You'll be brought into
those defenses.
Yeah. You'll be brought into the planetary governor.
Mm-hmm.
How can I help one of the navigator clans?
Yes, well, I'm just doing a tour of part of our colonial holdings. You know, she looks around the room, you know, picking some things up, putting them down in slightly the wrong place.
Brushing
he twitches, but he also knows this person is a sanctioned mutant who could kill him.
Brushing a non-existent speck of dust off your sleeve.
Yeah, rubbing a glove, gloved hand over and inspecting it for dust.
So that's where that went.
Yes, and I'm interested in reviewing the family's investment returns, of course, but I also have a more personal matter which I would like to discuss with you. She says, sitting down in, well, more, sort of doing that sort of flop into a chair that says that you basically own that chair and everything else in this office.
Yeah. He's going to be looking a bit like, who does this person think they are? Well, I'm always happy to help.
Who she is.
Yes, but he also knows she's only a navigator, and he's a planetary governor.
That's true.
Yeah, you're pushing your limits here.
I am.
So, I'm always happy to help member the house, but I'm a busy man.
Of course, but this is a rather grave matter that I bring towards you. You see, a rogue trader that I have been posted with by my family is being accused of having faked credentials, and is currently sitting in the lockup of your port authority. Now, I have been with this rogue trader from which port do we start at?
Port Wonder.
From Port Wonder. Where
actually, no, you picked up a footfall. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, footfall.
Yeah,
from
different character.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Where my family verified all of his information before sending me to him, of course. And your assistance in rectifying this matter would be greatly appreciated, and any support you may be able to give would be appreciated not only by my house, of course, but by a rogue trader seeking to correct a wrong against his name and his house.
Very serious accusations. Impersonating a rogue trader.
Yes, quite. That's why I came to you and not some other more lowly official who may not have the authority to assist in this matter.
Okay, which rogue trader it is? We have several on planet at the moment, or several members of houses anyway.
Yes, the rogue trader I'm referring to is Rex Buck.
Oh, Mr. Buck, he donated to my family a while back.
Oh, did he now?
Yeah, he's been a active member of the planetary community.
Oh, for how long has he operated here?
2.5 years.
You have obviously verified his warrant of trade.
Oh yes, I've seen it personally. He was actually quite happy. We don't normally do that, but he was quite happy to show it off. And how often do you get to see an actual warrant of trade signed by the Emperor?
Not very often, I must say.
But yes, yep, it was all in there. Very fine document. He had to have a special vault built for it in the palace.
Of course, well, you would of course take precautions as such.
Yes. But you're saying that the man I've been speaking to isn't who he says he is?
Well, I'm saying that the man that I arrived with is the Rex Buck. I know nothing of this other man you speak of. And I am just attempting to resolve a miscarriage of justice in a man being unlawfully detained.
Yeah. So remember, this is probably the first time Katerina's heard the fact that the warrant.
Yeah, I know. She's thinking about that.
Yeah.
But if she's going to blast Rex Buck into slag, she needs to get him out of lockup first.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Yeah. Okay. How do we rectify this? Because you have proof that you are he's the actual rogue trader? Because as far as I know, the burden of proof tends to be on the warrant of trade.
That is true. I will concede that point. However, if he could be released into my custody, you have my house's assurance that should I and my house have been deceived, he will be dealt with appropriately. Leaning forward, slight crackle of third eye.
We're dealing with a 40k variation of identity theft.
Yeah, well, look, Katerina doesn't know who's telling the truth right now. He says,
I know. I'm just saying in general, that's what we're dealing with.
Yeah, basically.
So identity theft where one person has the physical document and the other person has everything else.
Yeah.
So yeah, and the bureaucracy is so Byzantine that no one's ever going to be able to figure it out without violence.
Without violence, of course.
Yeah.
Hearty violence.
Sometimes you just have to blow the bureaucrats up.
And everyone
there's
knows.
plenty of time yet.
Message received.
I know.
I assume you want me to do a check of some sort, right?
Yeah, a charm check would probably be a good one.
Sure. Okay, so this is hold on, let me check what that talent does, just to be sure. Oh no, and that will be under advances for some reason. Okay, so +10 to social interactions with high authority. This counts, yes?
Yes. Planetary governor is almost as high as you can get.
Yeah.
Planetary government, then sector commands and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he is. Yep. Poppy sold there.
He's considering himself, have I been bamboozled?
Yeah.
Well, he's also probably considering that if it does turn out that the Rex Buck that Katerina's talking about is a fake, that she will sort of she will sort of take care of him one way or the other, and take the problem off of his hands.
Yeah.
he can completely wash his hands of the scenario. Like I didn't. Oh, how would I know?
Yeah. At some point, this will become rogue trader business, which is well above him.
Yeah, she's expediting the process.
I thought the main thing about traders that they were like parallel to all chains of command rather than above. Weird.
Yeah, it really varies. The rogue trader has as much power as the rogue trader can inflict on other people.
Basically, as much as
it's not a lot.
It's kind of like it's like being an inquisitor without the Inquisition backing of the Inquisition.
Yeah. So the rogue trader, if the rogue trader can convince somebody they've got more power than they do, then that's fine.
Yeah.
But if they meet a strong governor, they don't have any real ability to override. But like someone messing with your trade routes is a major thing that you don't want to have happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so I assume she succeeds?
Yep. Okay, well, having them all brought out, could I ask that this is done without too much damage?
I will be sure to limit it as far as I can. I, too, do not want to see too much violence in this matter.
We do have records of Finknuddle directly, right? Of him working on everything, and it's like physical imagery and everything, right?
He's probably had like surgery
Rex,
and cosmetic surgery and stuff since then.
I mean, he hasn't. He is because he matched a picture of him earlier.
Oh, did we actually match a
At the other place? Yeah.
Okay. Well, then he's stupid.
I mean, this is what happens when you give a random thief a rogue trader warrant infinite money and send him to a pleasure planet. He gets cocky, I suspect.
Yeah.
That's fair.
All right.
Bastard.
So we'll nip back to customs, where the arbiter will finally arrive.
Go fish.
Rex is smoking. Texas. Full house.
Rex is smoking?
No, Wilmot's smoking.
Sabak.
He's finally caught fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rex is also smoking, but he's been doing that for a while.
Yeah. Every time you think you put him out, just
he lights it again.
Yeah, geez.
No, it's not. No, Rex is smoking. He's smoldering with righteous indignation.
Yes, but it's not his indignation. That's the problem.
Well, it would be, but someone stole the piece of paper showing it's his indignation.
Yes.
No.
All right. Arbiter Linus Mavet enters the room. I hear that we've got some serious accusations going on.
Oh, just family business.
It's always family business with rogue traders. Are you okay? Should you be here? You look like you should be in a hospital.
He wanted a constitution on this planet to recover from what is it?
Okay. So you believe that someone in here is impersonating you?
Oh, just a bit of confusion.
So how can we sort this confusion out then?
Just have to talk to my esteemed uncle. I could do that from my ship.
Okay. I do not have the power to compel them to talk to you. My remit kind of ends at low orbit. But I can pass on the request, that's for certain.
Well then, I will return to lower orbit, and I won't be a problem anymore. I can simply withdraw my application to come down, can't I?
Yes, that's well within your rights.
The crew would still be allowed shore leave, right, sir?
Should be. Yes, we've not already had this happen, so.
So that the crew can come planet side.
Yes, we've already deposited the crate of gelts.
Yep, they should be fine, as long as they're not going to cause trouble. Standard shore leave?
Yes, I've seen much. So very much. Kind of drifts off, staring.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, as long as they're not going to cause trouble, we'll have them moved off to the layman's sector, which is an entirely separate continent to the rest of everyone else.
Very well, then.
That's where all the casino, the cheap casinos and stuff like that are.
Mm-hmm.
Proverbial Sky.com casinos.
Basically, all it is booze and whoring and casinoing.
Yeah.
They would and gambling. They wouldn't want any other way. They wouldn't want any other way.
No. But to be fair, your average crew member on a rogue trader ship is not going to be able to afford the high level stuff.
Yeah,
No.
Some of them have probably saved for years for this, years of pay for shore leave.
Well, how long we got here? That doesn't say it took us to get here. It isn't saying too much.
I mean, it is still several years or something like that. Honestly, what do they have to spend on the ship is a question.
That's an interesting thing. It's like, you pay per annum or per like real time or subjective time?
God,
Whichever one is
travel
worse
would
for-
totally screw with that.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, basically, whenever they have a chance to spend money, we just throw some random amount of money at them.
Ah.
They can't
We-
count anyway.
They basically have to expense their thing, so they need to keep They need to keep an itemized receipt list of all their expenditures to get their money back. So we have a lot of back of napkin receipts for various ladies of the night.
So this is the normal crew, yes, not the entourage. Or
Yeah, this
What
is the
you-
normal.
what
This
we
is the
call-
normal crew who are coming down
Yeah.
on planet.
Unless you want to, unless you want to go, put some false mustaches on.
To be
Doing
fair,
that
they're
wrong
not going to be
con-
checking that much. You could easily sneak through.
Yes, we could sneak through as normal crew and come back through and do some and do an infiltration job, but we don't really have much ability for infiltrating. Just listing options.
Well, the priority now is just to get out of this room and back to the ship.
So I think
After
Solice
all the
Encarmine
trouble I had to get you released to my custody.
They just leave.
I mean, you can probably come back to the ship under the custody thing.
Yeah, you can come back to the ship and say, and talk to us.
Yeah. Or you
Well,
can
I'll have to
just
do that,
call
I
up to the ship.
Yeah, that's probably the
Because
best.
Gray didn't really say directly that about the whole custody thing.
Okay, well, yeah, I suppose Katarina will call up to the ship and explain the situation.
Yep.
The truth comes out. I suppose my sins are weighing on me.
Well, she is
Wait.
a navigator. She was going to work it out eventually, boss.
Do you mean to say you actually don't have a writ of trade?
Not in my hands at the moment, no.
We have a convince. Well, I don't know anything. Sorry.
Okay, well, I have convinced the governor insofar as to release you and the rest of the retinue into my care until this matter can be sorted out. Further than that, I can't promise anything.
Well, what are your intentions, Navis Nobilite?
I would like to find out if the person that I thought was a rogue trader is a rogue trader. And if not, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But for now, let's operate under the assumption that you have been the victim of some grand conspiracy.
Chicanery.
Yes. And see if this matter is sorted out. But first, tell me, who is this person that supposedly has your writ of trade?
Finknartle, servant of Deville, who I've recently discovered is an enemy of mine.
Finknartle or Deville?
Huh?
Oh, sorry. I was just wondering. Do you
I
still?
think he realised that Finknot was an enemy when he stole the money.
Okay.
Should he yeah.
I was wondering if Rex is still in denial about Deville.
No. It's like he had the shocking revelation last time.
Okay.
But she'll do something nice for him just now, and then he'll be convinced she's his friend again.
Yep.
Stop this, you.
That's how it works.
Look, oblivious is a great thing, a great personality trait to roll in a rogue trader. What are you talking about?
But okay, so I can guarantee that you can get down to the planet and that we can continue our investigation.
Let us see what we can do from here. This gentleman is spending quite a bit of money that isn't his. I doubt he's earned any himself. Let's first see if we can choke him off.
Okay, well, I will continue to operate on the planet with. Oh, Taran, I suppose your character's in this call as well.
I was going to call in later and let you know I'd found where he's living, and he has significant defenses and this size of private army.
I hate to have to think the fact that Ficknodal has not been going for house funds, but has been extended a extraordinarily lavish line of credit versus the from the local banks.
Well, he stole a lot of money too on the way out.
Oh, he stole a lot of cash, yeah.
No, you did. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was
like
wondering.
20 years of tithes?
Yeah, that's why we need to do the tithes and all that business.
Yeah.
Great. So we do not have to worry about inheriting massive amounts of debt.
I mean, we could do that
No.
too.
I suppose. Who knows?
Right.
This rate, inheriting a certain amount of debt would be entirely acceptable. The current.
Gray scribbles furiously.
I planned this out ages ago.
Fair enough.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
What's your evil plans now?
Well, basically follow the money. See where he's getting. See if we can trace down where he's getting his income streams. Like if he's borrowing money, if he's co-opted, like one of the revenue streams that belongs to the house. How is he paying for everything?
I mean, he lives in a mansion, so like that can't just be. A man can't, depending on how many, like even with 25 years worth of tithes, it has to run out eventually.
He probably has some businesses and stuff set up or something to that effect.
Probably.
Let's just
He
go
did
do some
donate to the
research.
governor as well.
Fiend.
Yeah, I know.
Well, then there will have to be some sort of ministerium checks to.
Yep. I'm trying to figure what that would be.
I mean, that would be. I would think that would be a rogue trader. Maybe,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
check, or any of the.
Sounds good.
I know I have trade voidfarer, which is like that would be if he's actually trying to do any off
Spacefaring-y
world
stuff.
yeah spacefaringly thing, or if he's kept everything on planet. So I
Yeah,
can
well,
go
we
in.
could try to track down his accountant.
Let me go do-
Seneschal.
That's
Let me
a
go
plan.
Well, you know,
for.
he should have a seneschal, right?
Well,
So
you'd
great.
hope.
So great. Has he moved any accounts off world?
Well,
I'm
we don't know
checking
that
the
yet.
I'm
We
checking the
haven't-
local great guilds. I just rolled voidfarer for trade voidfarer.
You can see he's mainly doing a like a revenue stream.
Hmm?
So he doesn't seem to be doing trading, just spending.
Investing.
No, spending.
Oh, just spending. Okay.
Yeah, there's. From what you can see from the trading, like there's no new investments or anything like that.
It's
He's
it's all buy orders, no sells.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, sell orders, no buys.
Yep. He's got nothing off planets. Everything's he got's on planet, Chief.
Well, I think Gray said he diverted one of the revenue streams to himself.
Yeah, several. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying he was just buying things off planet, not he wasn't selling anything off planet.
No, he's basically junking revenue streams for short-term cash.
Ah,
so selling them
Oh.
or or cashing out the business or something.
he's basically destroying he's basically burning profit factor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
so-
there we go.
So he's
That's
funding an
what I thought.
amazing lifestyle, but he's not doing anything to replenish those funds.
He's here to just destroy your finances.
Well, we have to find some way of cutting that off.
Well, while
if
he's
doing those.
Well, if he's no good for money, most of his advantages disappear.
Well, it's mainly he's good for money while he's good for being used. Or it'd be like if you were making your own calls to the accountant, and he knows where your books and your accountancy books would be like.
Ah, yes, he was very good at handling those.
Most of
He's good at handling them as they are right now, sir. So, attacking his finances would be all well and good, but unfortunately, we may have the higher authority in this, and also knowing what his accounts are like. Unless we want to go through our own books and see if we can cut him off on various sell orders before he gets to them.
He has to be. He has to be banking through somebody. He has to be doing brokerage through somebody. If we can find that person, we might be able to convince them or threaten them or something them to put to cease what they're doing until this matter is sorted out.
Yeah, the main thing is how is he getting in what way we're getting buy and sell orders off plan is the main question.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He has to be going through a brokerage to do this stuff, basically.
Could you think of being an astropath that typically just has to deal with buy and sell orders?
Yeah.
Going to the fucking wall the Wall Street exchange variant of 40K.
Yeah, like I was being serious. He has to have a seneschal of some sort.
Oh, he can probably do that job himself.
That's what I'm thinking. He's his own
but he
seneschal.
can't. He can't, because if he does that, he sort of breaks he breaks the illusion that he's the rogue trader, right?
But he's inside his own. He's just making his own. But he's not dealing with any governmental things. He's dealing with his own inside his own palace.
Yeah, but there are still expectations of this sort of stuff.
There probably would be somebody, even if he's just a face person.
That's the thing, though, is that he primarily just has access to the accounts, and unless we want to head him off in the accountancy books and go through our own paperwork.
Yeah, but I mean, look, somebody has to be acting as a bank for him. Somebody has to be storing, his stuff. That's
all that stuff is off. Yeah, all that stuff would be off world though, because he's basically going to the family accounts for all that.
But why would it be off world? The stuff, the money that he has would probably be stored on world, so he has access to it.
That's the thing. That's where he's burning the profit factor from. Because he's burning. He's not just using his money off one world. He's using Rex's money from the family.
Yeah, but correct me, Gray, if I'm wrong, but he's burning profit factor effectively to turn it into money.
Yeah.
And he has to put that money somewhere, like a bank. He can't hold on to all of that himself. So he has to be doing business with somebody on this planet that is basically managing his money. Yeah, that's managing his money, making sure it doesn't get nicked or stolen or, that sort of thing. He can't just be stuffing it under his bed.
This is 40K. This is 40K. You stuff it under your own bed. Primarily,
you know what I mean.
Noble houses and everything do stuff it on their own bed, have it in their own vaults.
Yeah.
Well, here's a couple of questions. How well defended is this world?
Was I able to find that information? Because that was what I was looking up next.
Sorry, how well has the world defended, or how well is his palace defended?
Well, no, the entire planet. Does it have orbital platforms? Is there a fleet?
There'd probably be only a few monitors. There will be orbital platforms.
And it is probably...
This is a rich world. It has to be able to afford those.
And they probably have the Imperial Navy on quick dial.
Probably
Right,
some
they'll be here in a
surface
month
to-
instead of in a year.
They'll probably be
well,
here in a
probably some
day.
surface to space batteries as well.
Yeah.
Are you thinking of just bombarding his palace?
Well, not the palace, just the Astra Telepathica to cut off communications.
So you want to assault the entire planet?
I was thinking
of the
about it.
solar system?
I should probably
Uh,
inform you that would be considered heresy.
That probably would be considered because not just him is here. There is a lot of other high hoodles who will get very pissed at that.
Well, heresy, treason, piracy. You know,
And
Katarina could,
incentive. Think
yeah.
to just destroy the important piece of paper he has when he sees shells fall from the sky and suddenly
Yes.
realizes, oh god, I've
Well,
been
that
rumbled.
too. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, we can't attack him directly for that very reason.
no, indeed. But
I mean, we could. Go ahead.
if we know he's conducting all of his business on, if he's doing the old shove it proverbial bed, he must have contacts who know his profligacies and his lifestyle, who might be a little more savvy. Associating with his friends or anyone he regularly flashes around a lot of cash with might be a way in.
Yeah, well, that'd be some carouse checks and so forth.
Probably, yeah.
Well, we'd have to find who these people are.
I mean, in all fairness, if he's pretending to be Rex Buck, surely he will be coming across every society paper in this part of Solice.
All right. Sorry about that. What happened there? It's switched from streaming to recording.
Oh,
Yeah.
Weird.
pay no attention to the system behind the curtain.
Yeah.
As it cackles
That's how
and
we got in
dies.
this mess.
Well, quite. All right, who let a demon possess Gray's computer?
Me.
Mess up.
Just me.
He forgot his
Right.
Geller field license.
We all know that the real demon is the McAfee antivirus.
True.
Antivirus? Why would I use antivirus?
It's the 21st century. We don't need such foolish things anymore.
The sheer amount of hubris in the last few sentences is over.
And yet, still true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So, where were we before that? Inquiry. Oh yes, I'm on track.
We're going to hot
Yeah.
drop into his palace.
Is he having a party?
Not a public party. There's a few people who are having like local things. But,
Travis Suarez.
yeah.
Well, clearly we need to somehow get on the invite list.
Or perhaps
That's
the
gonna be hard
opposite.
with-
What if Rex Buck were to throw a party somewhere else on the planet?
Ooh.
Go on.
Oh,
Something.
sorry.
You okay, Gray?
Oh, sneezed out of nowhere.
Ah, bless you.
Oh, you caught the mute button in time.
No, I backed away from the microphone enough.
I guess that works too.
Well, if we can make our own splash, perhaps draw him out in the open, that would leave his defenses somewhat vulnerable for an infiltration. Yes.
Sure. So, you go down. Are you saying you go down to the planet under Katarina's watch, given the agreement struck her house?
Mm-hmm.
Start parading around as Rex Buck to set up a soiree, while some of us break off, and presumably when Finknottle comes out to start objecting, we go into his palace to steal the trade warrant back.
Yes.
I like that plan. My one question is, how do we divide up the labour of who's staying with you to make sure there's not another rogue flamethrower chef incident who's going to the palace?
Okay, so Buck would have to have Katarina with him.
Yeah, Katarina would have to
Yes,
stick with him.
that's true. Katarina
We
must stay with
need
Buck.
we need Isaac to we would need Isaac to deal with the security around the door around
And
for the
bad at
vault.
security, but good at opening doors.
Yes, basically to kick down the doors and everything.
Extremely good at kicking.
Where do you want Wilmont is the question. Because here's the thing, Yarn, you and me are the two people who are surplus who are surplus to muscle here. You are this. You are. Can you move silently?
Yes.
All right, you're with Isaac. Sadly,
Great, you'll cover for me moving crumplingly.
yeah, you would basically be doing the sneak up and subdue and the takedown, where Isaac would be basically coming in after you.
Look, a power boot is the most silent of takedowns.
No, the
Press X to doubt.
and
I've
screaming
played Dead
is
Space. Press X to doubt. That shit is not silent.
and so depends on
Fine,
depending
I'll do
on
roll acquisition on a Gep gun.
where do you want Wilmot is the question. Am I with Rex Buck as his boon companion since days of yore of our shared childhood, or do you want me?
You're on the infiltration mission because you are the most trustworthy member of the crew. And also, this is your opportunity to finally prove yourself. And maybe he'll allow you to eat corpse starch once again.
What do you have against me, sir?
Several failed checks from several sessions of warp.
This is going to end
It's
so
a little
badly.
beyond stoppage of rum, I would think.
Well then, okay, then it's just you and Katarina dealing with Nuddle.
Yeah.
How do you think you can also hire some swarthy men for backup, sir, for yourself?
Well, we'll have the crew. I'll be going to the other continent to slum it.
A grand slumming party, yes, sir.
So
no, there's mileage. Rex Buck could host some sort of armsman appreciation party. A perfect good excuse to go to the continent while also recruiting our armsmen.
When Katarina learns that this is the plan, she's now without other people. Well, she's going to go back to the governor and say that. No, not those.
The Necrons.
Yes.
Oh yes, the Necrons, our giant attack dogs. Right.
To be fair, if you had Necrons as an attack, people would pay you respect.
Yeah, well, if he has Necrons on his payroll, then look, if he has Necrons on his payroll, then I'm sorry.
Clearly,
Katarina's siding with him.
clearly, it's crude all the way down.
Quite possible.
So I have to have more than one. Just double checking.
Right. More than one what?
Yeah, so it cut out again, and it just came back to you guys talking about Necrons.
Oh, right.
I meant Castellans, but yeah.
Oh, Castellans, right.
Castellans, yes, there we are.
To be fair, they're only a couple of removed Necrons, right? Right?
No, we have Isaac. He can whisper sweet nothings to the Castellans' ears, all right?
I'm not there.
Yeah. Oh wait.
Well, no, okay. you're with the infiltration team, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, you're.
Although
I'm the door opening guy.
He might come with the Finknussel might come with some Castellans in his, in his sort of gang. But yeah, basically, Katarina wants to arrange it so that she can press a button and a group of, I don't know, planetary guardsmen or whatever he can spare, come down and assist her if need be. And that is to be used against either Finknussel or Rex, depending on how things go.
I mean, if your house has any representation on this planet, I think you can probably just get your own house guards.
I don't think I can keep on leveraging my house.
There's a limit to how far that goes. It is a road trader house. It's powerful, but it's only so powerful.
Well, a navigate. Like if we were at like a major port, like if we were at Port Wonder, yeah, I could say that there's probably like, I could talk to Gray about there probably being like navigator house soldiers there or whatever, but not here.
Okay.
Should I do another charm check or?
You can
will he
do, but
just
I'm not
deny
entirely
it?
sure.
Will he just deny the request out of hand?
Yeah,
That's also
probably.
possible.
I mean, he wants to keep his hands clean of all this.
But okay, she will say that this is part in limiting damage, right?
Yeah.
If it turns into a situation where, Rex starts shooting at other Rex, then having some planetary soldiers there to basically immediately stop the
Mediate.
fighting would not be a bad idea.
No. I'm not quite sure which side they would come in on, but yeah.
Well,
That would be info. Good.
they come in on Katarina's side.
Okay, which side would Katarina come in?
Now,
I don't
that's
know
the
yet.
$10 question.
Katarina, like I said, Katarina's undecided. She doesn't know who's lying to her at this point. She hopes it's not Rex, but
I mean, it would basically be just there to get you out of Dodge.
Oh,
So you would
yeah.
be. So they would be worrying about evacing you and not arresting Finknuddle or Rex.
Yeah, that's more. Well, maybe to sort of try to sort of stop fighting if it's about
That's
to
road
happen.
trader business. That's road trader business.
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically for her protection
I would say
more
just,
than to actually than for actual like fighting.
I think we've spent a lot of time on this.
Well, it's pretty serious.
It's a planning phase, yeah.
Like this is like a pretty pivotal part of the campaign,
You might not be road traders if you mess this up.
No.
Then we start pirating. A second here.
That's always an option depending on how this goes.
Do we have is there a door opening tool? Security tool.
I have one.
Yeah.
That's not your
power boot.
boot.
Yes, I have one.
So Greg, can I
What
do
is
that
it?
check,
Go ahead.
or is
Yeah,
he just
go
gonna
for
say
it.
no?
Yeah.
Multi-key, plus 20 to unlock locks.
Yeah, he
That's why
actually
I
has.
asked if there was a lock.
Okay, so 4 degrees of success.
Bonus multipass on the planet. So, what are your plans now?
I'm trying to figure out find anything that would help a person who doesn't know how to do sneaking. So just your good old fashioned camo cloak or shimmerfield or where the frick I can find.
Well, Rex's
Yeah.
plans generally are it's like he's figured out kind of where the income's coming from. So, like, land on the planet and then just start throwing money around, like buying entire casinos, renting out stadiums, and just saying, "Oh yeah, build these accounts."
You want
And having his crew around him, just going into the place so nobody dares question him immediately, and just burning through the money even faster.
Do you want to trade
That's not a bad
acquisition?
way of doing it.
Do you want to risk a profit factor on this or something?
Well,
I would advise that, frankly, because losing maybe 1 or 2 points of profit factor to get a better chance of getting the warrant back seems like a fair trade.
Yeah, that's probably not bad.
yep, excising the infection.
All right.
That's not a bad idea.
Just literally just burning a trade route or 3 of
Not the new one.
So in the planning phase over for us between Rex and between Willmount and Yarn, do you want to get some grapnels? There's a thing over here talking about some crossbow scaling grapnels and so forth.
Well, you
So
have
we
carte
can-
blanche to buy whatever you need to.
In that case, let's get to work and get buying.
All right, so that would be an average. There's an average scarcity. It's a
Gray, I would like to do an inquiry to find out more about the defenses on his mansion.
Hang on.
Okay.
One thing at a time. Let's not have
So-
some people trying to buy items and some people trying to do checks.
Well, you're doing math on buying things.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. I'll DM you Serpentis, right?
Yep. Gray, what's the difficulty on such a check?
Probably going to be -20.
-20. All right.
Yeah, that'd probably be pretty guarded
I
information.
Get
Yeah.
anything from my peer academic or peer administratum?
No, not for this.
Okay, didn't think so.
You'd probably need like pure planetary guard or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I get that later.
That's fair.
When do you get Peer Baneblade in a
How
box?
do we roll that? When you buy one.
Damn it.
No, wait, I was saying it to the wrong person. Why does everyone else have to have an S? Have to start with an S?
Well, if I had 4 more fate points to spend, I would eventually get there. 55, 44, 33, 22. Success!
Where's the
So I'm just trying to find the
where-
stuff of like risking profit factor.
I don't think it's a thing they talk
There
about.
are misfortunes on 283 for misfortunes.
Do talk about it, but I do think that this is a bit of an unusual.
Yeah. Again, one of the things I was just checking to see if there's any hard and fast rules.
Where is the I'm looking for the reference sheet. So Sir Bennett, someone say anything about picking up some Trank Q, which is basically would not be able to use to knock out people on the way there.
Yep.
And I also have thinking about grapnels, just do any scaling and everything we may need to do to get over walls. We plug the astromech into anything that needs to be bypassed.
Yep.
R2D2 is very confused. He's in the wrong setting.
Well, R2D2 can sort it out. We've got...
What's a howler grenade?
A howler grenade is basically like an electric taser grenade on crack. It's actually something I'd originally had on the shopping list for hunts, but in the context of going in and tasing people, it's a good oh shit.
Yeah. All right then, because so that would be so the the grapnels are an average thing, so I was looking for looking for the acquisition thing for that because we just need 2 of them for run up for each of us.
Yeah, so essentially it's hang on. Get a
That would
piece
be
of paper.
that's like run a little trivial, right? Here you go. Here you go. Acquisitions.
I've lost the use for this.
You've lost the plot. There was never a plot.
To be
You've
fair,
never
I
had a
lost the
plot.
plot ages ago. This is nothing. Fling, ping, timbo, wham, wham. Sort of...
So, added.
Yep, it has
what
a
is
powered winch
Rex
as well.
going to do when he meets his doppelganger?
Trivial Nico 2 plus 20.
Distract and delay.
Unless he
fair.
starts goading you directly.
Well, we'll see how this all goes.
Right, so grapnel is an average thing with a plus 20 for just so you and me.
Yep.
Or maybe
so...
we need 3 for the
Yeah, we need 3 people, but it's the same category as 2, so it's a plus 20 from that. So
yeah, plus 20.
Plus 20. You look up the rarity for Trank while I look up the howler stuff.
All right, let's see. Where would that be? That would be in gear, right?
If it's
Yeah.
gear, it should have it on.
To move other stuff along, great. Do we need to do some checks of some sort for for added part of the plan? The burning down.
Trank is abundant.
Cute.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, yawning.
Sorry.
That's all right.
You just bore me so much.
Oh.
No,
This is the
so
boring part.
I had a migraine, and it's really messed me up for the rest of the day.
Yeah, so we have to do some checks or something for the burning
Yeah.
down, the business parts of stuff.
This
need
is
some
the
recap, right?
commerce. Commerce is coming
Yeah,
out to play.
I do have commerce. Shockingly.
Does
Do I get a bonus for the burning of the profit factor?
Well, you're not burning. I found the table I was thinking of. There's misfortunes. So what you're basically risking a misfortune.
Okay.
So when you do this, you roll a d100, and it can be anywhere from 50-50 chances nothing, up to a d5 profit factor lost. And you're making lots of wild buys, which may end up making you the money back, or could shatter things. So
Who knows?
So,
May end up or owning.
This is a
because-
commerce test, yes?
Commerce test, yeah.
And added, I have your permission to proceed, yes?
Yep, and I can, hover you for that.
Okay, so that's a bonus.
Basic
okay,
walk into several places with a huge bag of cash and say, we own this now.
It's a
Well,
hard.
not cash.
any
Again, we're
penalties
saying
or-
charge this guy's accounts. Again, we're trying to burn through the money faster than he is.
Well, except they are your accounts as well, so...
Yep, and Ruxback is clearly on this planet, so who's going to question it?
I love
Twice.
Either way, any bonuses or penalty, Gray?
No.
Okay, well, he goes nothing. Okay, well, 3 degrees of success. I don't know what that means on... Like, what table are we dealing with here?
Well, that's not actually a table. That's just to see how you go with this.
Oh, okay.
So, who would like to roll, see how these effects will play out long term?
Only added, it's his money.
Yep.
Yep, let's go.
Uh-oh.
Nice.
Nice. That's a grim misfortune. 2
Oh, good.
profit
That's-
factors lost.
How much?
2.
Yeah,
That's
that's
pretty
not
grim.
It's
Yeah,
grim,
it's
but it's
bad,
not
but it's-
not world ending.
No, we can recover from that.
Yeah.
So how much profit factor do we have now? for what you said?
Down to 35.
Okay, it's more than I thought we had.
But yeah, Rex is on the planet surrounded by thousands of loyal crewmen just tearing things up.
If we're stealing if we're stealing the warrant of trade, we're going to need to be able to move it without it being damaged, right?
That's not so much a problem because the vault, which I presume I would still have access to per the word of Rex, has a container.
Okay.
You will need
So
transport. though.
Sorry.
You will need like a shuttle somewhere nearby or something, though.
I have
True, but-
I do have pilot. I have a picked up pilot surface pilot. I basically have pilot surface aeronautica and void. So if
Okay, so you
anything
can
needs
be the getaway driver, assuming you don't get shot and die.
Well, I do have Medicaid, so if Isaac and I have to keep him alive on nothing but stims and cocaine so he
Look-
can drive the shuttle, we'll do that.
the more times I get shot, the more the opportunities I have to replace vital fleshy bits with mechanical improvements.
So it's
Or
probably not a
demonic
bad
thoughts.
idea. It's not a,
I didn't say
probably not a
that.
bad idea to have a crew member stand by, just keeping the engine running. Anyway.
Oh yeah, well we can. A couple of armsmen can just sit in the shuttle.
Oh yeah, I
As-
forgot there's an entire. I
Yeah.
just realized there's an entire upgrade thing for your guns as well, huh?
Yes.
Can I put a red dot sight on my third eye?
No.
I mean, you can
Your
put it.
eye is a weapon; it is not a gun. Therefore,
Well, it says
Um,
base. It only says basic and pistol, so you know.
that's a fair point.
Oh,
No, they'll look at them later. Anyway,
All right. In that case, can the stealth team quickly roll up, make the sets they need to roll up their special equipment for this job? Because I have crunched the have everything of what we need.
should we
so-
not maybe handle this next time? I don't know. It's getting.
well, it's like 2:30. It's like only 2:35. But we can make these rolls right now, and then we can
Equip
set
source.
everything
Oh,
up the next
yeah.
time.
Sorry for the acquisition stuff. Sure.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
what I mean. Getting the actual. So
Yeah. Okay. I forgot if you
Uh,
actually had to get the stuff first.
yes,
We-
this is what I mean.
yeah,
So what's our profit factor now? That's been
35.
35. Okay, so this will be for 3 grapnels.
Let me do the rolls. I had the re-rolls.
That's a good point. Yes, so this will be at plus 40 for the grapnels discard.
So and we're looking for it's in plus 40.
Yeah.
All right. So let me go down here to what's that? What's the numbering you put on for that to make it above or below? Because
I think it's greater than CS, and then the number you're rolling against, isn't it? Taryn, you can correct me on this.
I think it's CS greater than.
Okay, sorry, CS greater than.
all right, so CS greater than.
Let me test it.
I think it's that, but it should be 75.
Like I said, let me test it. Yeah, CS greater than.
Okay,
Okay.
terrifying.
Don't forget to make it one less so that it'll keep everything.
Let me re-roll that.
Never mind.
I somehow roll 100.
So the grapnels turned out to be incredibly complicated.
No, I'm sorry. CS less than if it's supposed to be under.
Oh.
Is it supposed to be under?
You just can keep rolling until you get the result you want, aren't you?
Well, no. To be fair, he got the result that time.
Yeah, it's right here. I got it. My re-roll.
Yep. So we have we have a grapnel for Isaac. We have a grapnel for myself. And we have a grapnel for Willmount.
So we can scale walls.
Yep. So now we have the tranks, which are at plus 70.
So they're a plus 70.
I swear to God, if you roll 100 on this, I will be impressed.
Well, so that would be so it's 35 plus 70. That's 105.
You're rolling against 105 essentially. And
I got close.
Well. Yeah.
Oh, success.
Okay. So that's the tranks. Then we have a pack of howler grenades for each of the three of us, which is at plus 20 total. These are optional rather than necessary, so if we fluff this one, don't worry about re-rolling it so much.
I still have 4 re-rolls, though.
Oh, grenades.
So these are 55.
Let me re-roll that.
These are sort of sound stun grenades.
How did that happen?
We're not getting those.
Yeah, we're not getting those.
You can only re-roll those once, so we're howler grenades. And finally, a single stummer at plus 4.
Plus 40, you say?
Yeah, because it's an average item, but we're only getting one of it, so it's a plus 40.
Plus 40, so that is 75.
Yes.
Reroll that.
Okay. I know you have fate points, but
how does that happen?
Okay.
Can we? Is there any time to re-roll, to retry again?
No, you can't re-roll a re-roll.
Damn it!
It's just a hard and fast rule.
How did my rolls so bad?
The rolls are still best than last week.
Yeah. I took all the good rolls at the start of the session as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, I got 97 twice.
Mm-hmm.
In quick succession.
I mean, to be fair, you've got the two critical things we need, which were the grapnels and the tranks. So the howler grenades would have been fancy, but they're not a necessity.
Well, the howler grenades probably would not work well against the stummer, which was basically cancels.
Either, so
yeah.
I mean, if you want to have a stab at one last thing on the list,
yeah,
it's only at a plus 10, but you could try for photon flash grenades, or essentially flashbangs, but large for the three of us. So that would be at plus 10.
So that'll be negative. So that's CS
40.
negative 40.
And we'll call this the last one.
So you're saying it's 40?
Okay. 45.
45.
See, those you can somehow get.
Yes.
I don't know how, but those you can somehow get compared to not being able to find a single stammer. Yeah, fair enough. The three of us have photon flash grenades.
All right.
Okay. And howlers, right?
No, the howlers he failed. To be fair, he also had a point. The howlers wouldn't have worked if we'd had the stammer.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, basically the assault team has grapnels, the tranks, and the photon grenades.
The stammer would have come in great because you could put it on yourself and have like an extra plus 30 silent move.
True. But we'll make do.
So what are you guys going to get to deal with the Castellan robots?
How many photon flash and how many doses of trank did we end up with?
Well, given that this is Rogue Trader, it's essentially personal sources are infinite.
Yes, but there's a limit on how many we can use per session. Or per fight.
Nothing I saw. You gotta reload. You just gotta ready a new one.
I mean, that sounds like it should be a rule, but I can't turn around and tell you where that rule is.
I think he is saying. I think it is right. When you buy stuff like that, you're basically buying like a limited quantity for you to have right now. You have like refills, but you have to like go back to base and refill.
Yeah, I don't think that's a hard and fast rule. It's more like you can use them one at a time for pretty much as long as you want, but you can't like drop a box of them somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you can't on a single mission just keep. You can't just keep on hurling grenades all every round of a mission.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that means you'll only be stuck to one grenade, and you have to do a reload by readying the grenade again.
I think the way it works is you can have, once you get a supply of them per single person, you can have as many as you want, but it all takes up encumbrance.
Yes, it does.
Which is something I know we don't normally track, but
I mean, to be fair, should we just simply say if we have a agreed sensible limit of say 2 grenades each max.
Yeah.
That just
Okay,
absolves
that
the
works.
problem to worry about encumbrance.
Yep. Encumbrance rules are never fun.
Oh god, they never are. So if we just agree that nobody has more than 3 handheld grenades at any given time.
Yep.
And Trank, did we just get a single dose of that, or
What actually is Trank? Sorry, is it a drug or is it?
It's a what is it?
Oh, so it's just like a needle full of knockout juice, essentially, is it?
Yeah, it's basically the it is the equivalent of making a person drunk on rock gut and makes them pass out.
Oh, yeah, Trank is bad booze.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, I throw
going.
that over to the GM, to be honest, because that feels like something that we should probably have a limited access to. Otherwise, we just needle everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. You need to make your stealth checks to them.
Yeah. Low Major says there's a rule of 3 in the books for ammo.
Okay.
So you generally consider to have 3 loads.
That's handy. Okay, so
which is what we've basically come up with anyway. It seems a realistic amount.
So we have 3 doses of Trank each, 3 each, and a grapple.
That works.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
And for Trank, this is the I'm going to post over the.
I've put the page references in Discord. They're all.
It's just bad booze. It's not knockout juice. It's bad booze.
I do
really bad booze.
It's actually that feels absurd. I'm not gonna lie, but
drinking Trank numbs the body and mind. It's a very different feeling to being drunk and not got Amsec or other spirits. They're similar in end result. The effects of Trank are unpleasant, depressive, and acquired taste.
Whoops. What are we doing with this, Pops? It's for me. Gulp.
This is how I prepare for the mission. Clunk. Chug.
Sorry. Thought I had some. That's. Oh wait.
You'd think something named Trank would be about knocking people out. You'd think wrong.
No, it's basically a mood suppressive.
To be fair, if we dosed the beer supply for the palace with that, it could be quite handy. Everyone becomes so they can't job.
Yeah, but that would be a bit more than just 3 doses.
Well, technically, we have 9 doses. Because we have 3 people with 3 doses.
I thought it was a knockout juice. I was looking through it. I thought it was the equivalent of that.
Yep.
Well, it is knockout juice, but just not the quantities you're talking about.
I was looking for tranquilizers.
Yep.
Game.
No.
Yeah, you bought out the planet's entire supply of Xanax.
just sitting there going, I have buyer's regret now.
Well, that's one of the good roles.
The boss is not going to like this.
There are 8 different stimulants. There is nothing to knock people unconscious.
What?
What? Well, check in some of the other books, maybe.
I am.
This is. Hang on.
Half of this one is alcohol.
Are we seriously saying that this system has 7 different ways of knocking you out with either uppers or downers, but there isn't just a sleepy go bye-bye juice?
No, it's all stimulants.
Bless you, whoever.
Kidding.
Well, if you make them all the gods,
you can't just walk up behind someone and chloroform.
Oh,
Chloroform is lost tech.
There are like weapons and stuff that have it built into it as a property.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think you're going to find like a non-weapon version of that.
Mm-hmm.
What do photon flashes do again?
So they have a 15-meter blast area. If the target fails a toughness check, they are blinded for 1d5 rounds.
Oh, man, that's thankfully I have a 5 strength bonus, so I can literally chuck these things 15 feet.
Well, there are choke grenades, which is toughness test or suffer level fatigue for each degree of failure.
Wait a second, real quick. That was a 50. What was the blast radius?
15.
15.
These things have a big radius.
Yes, you're crowd playing with that.
Yeah.
Are you sure that those things that is not
I'm
like?
Sure. I looked it up on the reference document. I was surprised, and then I looked it up in the core book. Apparently, the reason why photon flash grenades are a bit rarer is because they worked out how to make a big bang.
Yes.
Well, the photon flash grenades is basically like military grade flashbangs. Like this stuff works on space marines and stuff. Which
Oh,
is, you know,
Oh,
Depends, you can
found what
clear
we
the whole bridge with one of
what was
them.
it? What you need?
Found what we
What is it?
need.
Oh.
Azure Cap. Hallucinate for 1d10 rounds.
Oh no! Enough with the hallucinogens. Seriously, we're trying to. This is actually to protect the road traders. What? Dick around
I know.
with hallucinogens here. We can. If you want to do that on
Deadfall.
Solice, once we have the warrant back, that's your own business.
Deadfall knocks things out for 3d10 hours. It's in Faith and Coin, page 96.
Mhm.
Is that a
What's the-
grenade or is
what's
that
the-
a drug?
That's a drug.
Drug.
What's the delivery method and all that kind of such?
I didn't look it up yet. I'm still looking to see if there's anything else useful.
I mean, there's deadlock.
Dream
Which
Juice
is-
might work.
Deadfall, you say?
Deadfall,
What page was that?
96. Faith and Coin.
Well, I have Faith and Coin up right now, so give me a second.
I offer up the alternative of deadlock, which is a little more dangerous, but would do the job. -10 toughness, 1d10 strength damage, and plus 1d10 for whole degrees of failure, and it doesn't wear off in 10. Oh, it's only 10 minutes. No, scratch that.
That sounds more
Yeah,
like
it's
that sounds like a day. It doesn't sound like a go-go sleepy juice.
Now, this says it's ingested,
Oh,
but I have a
Not bad.
Medicaid mechadendrite.
wow! The image that just flashed through my mind there is not one of those. Thank you. Thank
well,
you.
you could sneak up and
Oh, yeah.
inject
Stab.
everybody with.
Well, the thing is,
You know-
how good's the question is how good's the security?
I mean,
Because
it's a warrant of trade. Even if this guy is a
When-
complete divot, he'll
Well,
at least
the-
have somebody.
1d5 Castellan robots.
again, we'll deal with
Fine.
the law. We will deal with the what we can't bypass when we're in there. Unless we want to do a full 3-man door kick raid.
That seems like a bad idea.
It
Oh,
would
here
be
we go. This one's scarce. -20 toughness or fall asleep for an hour. What book is
That's
that?
much more like it. What's that?
Dark Heresy. BOJ.
Oh, that'll be why it's not in the Road Trader reference document.
It is in the Rogue Trader reference document. I'm looking at the Rogue Trader reference document.
What's it called? BOJ.
Judgment. Yes, Dark
Oh.
Heresy BOJ. Sisk Ash. Page 71.
Sisk. Oh, it's under consumables. That's why.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's just straight up unconscious or fall asleep for an hour. Apparently it's inhaled.
Yeah,
So
there's
basically,
our chloroform.
yeah. I mean, it literally is actually.
Yeah.
All right, so what?
Pretty much.
So what's
It's
the
a
da-
smoke
what's the,
that puts people to unconsciousness. It's scarce though, so I don't know if we succeeded in getting it instead of Trank.
I mean, to be
Still
fair,
what-
And it's
Would you
crazy.
roll?
Call
since we
if
got the
even
track,
need
I
it.
think we'd have to roll it.
All right, so what we got for so what's the scarce is what is the scarce for? What's the
Hang on,
number
hang
for
on.
scarce?
Before we go there, discard, we've got to get permission.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Great.
Would you allow us one last check to get this Siskash stuff?
Go on then.
Thank you, Gray.
I was also going to say, to be fair, we are on a pleasure world. I think if anywhere was going to have a bonus to rolling up soporifics, it would be a pleasure world. Just saying.
Probably. The trick is getting the uncut stuff.
True. But that's
Well,
what the
then
check.
what- In what quantity will we want this in then?
Well, I think to be fair, we'll be doing what we did with the tranks, which is just rolling for
Okay.
personal supply, and then we'll do doses like we do with tranks. So, trank plus 20. What is it? Scarce. Sorry, I tabbed away from my sheet.
Mhm.
All right, discard. You're going to be rolling at plus 20 on this one.
Plus 20, so that is to 55.
Yes.
Yeah, 30.
Use a fate.
And fate pointing left, down to 1 fate point left. Nope.
Nope, that solves that.
So it
Where's
goes.
It's worth a punt.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Me. Well,
In that case, everyone write in your tranks for your party afterwards, and the grapnel and the
Grapnel
photon flashes.
and flash grenades.
yeah, photon flashes and the grapnel.
mhm.
Yeah, I think basically, other than that, I've got manacles already, so if we tie someone up who we haven't stunned, I can have that capacity.
Well, we do have. We both do have takedown. It's just you're going to be the other stealthy takedown.
Yeah. Oh, it's yeah.
So we have the ability to walk up and stun people and use attacks that stun people.
Yes.
And we can.
All right. I think that's pretty much all the gear we're getting there.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Having piss poor luck, but fucking piss poor rolls these days.
Yeah. All right. Are you wanting to call it now then before you go on your raid?
If we're doing a full heist, it might be difficult to fit that into half.
Yeah.
It's a fair point.
So you're basically trying to break into the palace,
nick the warrant,
get out quietly.
I might just have to buy silent move for double the at the out of character cost by next session.
I suppose I will actually pick up Deceive then.
Yeah, good idea.
We also have to sort of handle the other stuff with Katarina and Rex.
That too, yes.
As well, so
probably
not enough time.
Just to be clear, Rex, we may need to borrow a few armsmen just for crew for the shuttle, just as a... Yeah, we've got thousands hanging around. I'm just going to be borrowing.
What have we got to do left for Katarina and Rex?
Well, we've got to, I suppose, there has to be some sort of setup for how the, does... What the hell is this guy's name?
How do you get Fignuddle to notice and come?
Yeah, like, does he take the bait and confront?
Well, I can answer that and quickly. No.
Okay, well then the whole plan's gone to shit.
well, unfortunately, you kind of let him know you're the drives in system.
Yeah.
So he's gone to ground.
So infiltration is the only real.
But with nobody to distract him and his gods.
So he's holed up in the vault, which we're going to break into. Great plan.
Yeah. So basically, it's going to be raid time and just kick down the doors, and we just had to get the planetary governor to nod to look the other way during all this.
Added, do you have a new plan, considering the previous plan blew up?
Does the assault team know?
Yeah, I'm assuming I put a week on for all this of time.
Oh, yeah.
And that's kind of like time enough to realise that he's basically fortifying himself in his balance.
Well, basically the second part of the plan was, again, to just choke him out, to just use up or tie up the regular stream of money by, if nothing else, submitting so many requests that people are just not sure which ones are legitimate anymore.
Yeah, but he's probably got like millions stashed in the vault itself, This we could try to stall him out, but that might take like years,
decades, even.
Yeah, potentially it might not happen. I think you gotta confront him somehow if you want to resolve this. Whether that's by blowing up his front door or demanding an audience or something, I don't know.
We're working on it.
You've also said that
think about that.
You've also said multiple times that he's your uncle as well.
Yeah, nothing's leaping to mind. I'll have to think about that for a while.
Hey, Jarbo.
Well, you got until next week.
Yeah, I have a question for you. Do you want this rocket, this grenade launcher I picked up? But it's not my style. Turns out I'm not really good. Maybe I'm able to use it.
Okay, Yarn wears like a full face mask at all times, but you have never seen him just thrilled at the prospect. Yes.
All right, then.
Grenade launcher now.
All right, it's a Mosin. It's only like good for one shot, but you can aim and be accurate with it. It goes up to 80 though if you really want to do a lobby. But it seems like I have my old man's pitcher's arm for when you just need to chuck something pretty far.
Scott, I'll tell you exactly why I want that grenade launcher. See previous discussion about the ridiculous blast area on the photon flashes.
Yes. How was your? I mean, you have you also have 50 what do you call it?
Oh, I have 50-something strength. Yeah, sure. But also, I could just use a grenade launcher.
All right. Just put it in. Just stencil. I'm gonna rub it out here. You stencils you're in, okay?
That's merci beaucoup. What pattern was it again? Just so I can missour.
I think it was the it's the single shot. Okay. I can just grab it and dump it in your thing. Just like.
Oh yeah. You can just drag it onto me.
Yeah, there you go.
Please.
Did it work? Did it work? Nope.
That's all right. I'll cook it myself. I know what I'm looking for. So.
Okay.
But yeah, I think then. Honestly, it comes down to whether or not, boss, you want to actually just go full in, all guns blazing, at risk the warrant, but maximize surprise, or if we need another sneaky infiltration plan.
Yeah, like, do you want to like try to distract him by like, confronting him somehow, like knocking on his front door and saying, "Open up, I want to talk," or do you want to just burn the place down?
Yeah, like I said, I'll have to think about that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Until next week.
Yeah, we must have wrapped that up for the week. So,